The mother of a Sioux Falls teenager who was killed in a crash more than 2 years ago says justice has not been now served now that the man responsible for killing her daughter will spend less time in prison.
A judge ruled today that Damian Lorelez will now serve 30 years instead of the original 40 years he received after pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter. The April 2024 alcohol and speed-related crash killed 15-year-old Milana Reeves and Eric Hopkins.
KELOLAND's Perry Groton was in the courtroom when the judge announced his decision and has reaction from Milana's mother.
That's right, Lauren. Damian Lorelez asked the judge to reconsider the sentence based upon Lorelez's age at the time of the crash. He was 17 then, he's 20 now. As part of the plea deal, prosecutors and the defense agreed to a sentence of no more than 30 years, but Judge Mark Barnett added an extra 10 years based upon evidence showing Lorelez had no remorse for his actions. But today, Barnett pared that sentence back to the original 30 years with no chance of parole. Megan Reeves told the court during the sentence modification hearing that Damian Lorelez was heartless and soulless and should serve 40 years for the crash that killed her daughter, Milana, along with Eric Hopkins.
I'm upset. I'm still angry. His lack of remorse just hits me in the heart every time because he stole 2 lives of really good kids who had bright futures.
Reeves says she expected the judge to reduce the sentence for Lorelez.
I don't agree with it. I think he had it right the first time, but I came in today expecting it to go down, kind of prepared myself for that.
The judge said the question for him was whether or not he crossed the line between punishment and vengeance. And he said he wanted this 30-year sentence to stick and not have it shortened on appeal.
I'm sick with the 30 years, but if he thinks it's going to stick, then I pray that it is. 30 years is still a long time for one person to sit behind bars. But when you think about a life, it's like no time.
Ahead of the hearing, the judge received a handwritten letter from Lorelez saying he understands the judge took into consideration phone calls that did not have full context and that he was raised to not show sadness in front of other people. Reeves says the next step beyond the courtroom is to find the time to heal from her loss while honoring the memory of her daughter who died too young.
You know, keeping Milana's name alive. We'll always do that. She's not here in person, but her soul is still around.
Now, Megan Reeves was the only family member who spoke during today's hearing. Judge Barnett would not allow anyone from Lorelez's family to speak on his behalf, saying they had their chance during the first sentencing hearing but chose not to. Lorelez himself also did not speak at today's hearing.